took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
What's the run? They're running it.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get, at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Garoppolo wants to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 6.
Let's go.
Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Garoppolo again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke up a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, the thing you want to make. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Garoppolo now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Christian Kirksey Gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Here we go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
53 is the mic.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield now, got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go. Like 20!
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 180!
Number 53, Mike 53. What we got?
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trent Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Looking ahead to Week 6 in the NFL, some big games next weekend, including the first London game of the year. Panthers and Bucks, they'll do battle in the UK. And back home, it all starts Thursday night with one that a lot of folks have circled on the calendar. The Giants and the Patriots. The Pats maybe still stinging from the losses of Super Bowl 42 and 46 at the hands of the Giants. Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Mayfield. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Break first down. 180. 54 Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And it's caught off the deflection. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got you. I got you.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
180.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
We got this.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side to Higgins.
Holding offense.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Gold with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Chubb.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's Coleman. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Back him up, back him up.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
QB's trash. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whip.
Garoppolo now. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake A field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Let's get off the field.
They go with Chubb on second down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
Check. Watch 54. Man, I got you.
A toss play to Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And he finds his tight end, Saleh. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts...
And, oh, Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with the grab. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
Oh, no, he lost the football. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Got a man. Touchdown, 49ers. It's Selleck. Garrett Selleck. His third touchdown now on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post. Tie it up. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Chubb on the counter. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. I got you.
And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good work, boy.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming coming through like a 10-year vet. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles